Hey, what's going on, guys? Brian from Zombie Guitar here. Here in this lesson, I just want to give you a quick practical tip of how you might go about getting your playing to sound more along the lines of David Gilmour's type of playing. Okay? Now, there's really two components to it, and the one component is his feeling. You know, the way he adds the vibrato to the notes, the way he bends the notes, the way he attacks the notes, how hard he picks the notes, all that stuff. That's the whole feeling aspect. And that's really something that I can't really teach. I don't have the feeling nearly that David Gilmour does either, so I couldn't even try to explain how he does it. So that's not really what this particular lesson is about. But then there's the other aspect of his playing, and that is note selection, okay? And this exercise that I'm going to give you is something that we can all benefit from, I'm sure, because the main purpose is to get you to play less notes, but to do as much as you possibly can with less notes, all right? So basically I'm going to just be doing a quick improvisation over the rhythm track from the Comfortably Numb, the final solo of Comfortably Numb, and I'm just going to be improvising over that using this exercise. Okay, so let me zoom into the fretboard and then I'll show you how the exercise works. Okay, so what you have here is, this is the B minor pentatonic scale spanned across the entire fretboard. The rhythm section for Comfortably Numb, the solo is in the key of B minor. Okay, so this is your B minor pentatonic scale. So this is your home box right here. Okay, and then all the rest of the notes are all part of the B minor pentatonic scale as well. This is the 5 pentatonic positions of B minor spanned across the entire fretboard. You can then go ahead and you can add in the rest of the notes to make the full B natural minor scale. Okay, so here's the full B natural minor scale. Now what you see here is a ton of notes, and the thing that most of us tend to do, myself included, I'm very, very guilty of this myself, is once you learn the scales, once you learn the different patterns, you have the tendency to just play all of the notes, okay? You know what notes are in the scale, and you want to play them all. You want to run up and down the scales here, you want to run up and down the scales here, 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 all over the place, okay? So once you learn all that stuff, that's good, but now you want to try and refine your playing to get the most out of each note, okay? So the purpose of this exercise is to get you to play less stuff. All right, so here's what I do. I just pick, for this lesson, I'm just going to pick 5 notes, okay? You can pick any grouping of notes. You can pick 4 notes, 3 notes, 5 notes, 6 notes, doesn't matter. I'm just going to pick 5 notes. I'm going to pick these 5 notes right here, all right? So you have this. Okay, so those 5 notes. Now, you can do whatever you want to those 5 notes. You can slide from one note to the other, slide low to high, or high to low. Okay, you can bend the notes. Okay, you can slide into a note coming from below, landing on a note. You can slide in, landing on a note, and then hit a note on a higher string. Okay, you can do double stop bends. Okay, you can hit 2 notes at once. Whatever you want to do, just stick to those 5 notes, okay? You're going to probably want to do more the longer that you solo over one particular chord progression. You're going to want to have the tendency to start playing more notes, but if you can really try and force yourself to just play the notes that you choose for yourself, don't sway away from the notes that you choose from yourself, and just try and get the most out of whatever notes you choose, you're going to come to find that you're going to start making up interesting things that you may not have otherwise thought of had you not restricted yourself to a small subset of notes, okay? So let me just do a quick little improv over the backing track from Comfortably Numb, just using those 5 notes, and see what kind of stuff I can come up with. goes something like that. So it's definitely kind of difficult limiting yourself to just a small subset of notes like that. But as you can see, some of the phrases sounded better than others. Some of the bends, some of the runs, some of the runs seemed like it was a little forced. Some of them really seemed to flow well. Okay, the thing when David Gilmour plays, every single thing he does is always just seems to be perfect. Okay, but the point is, I limited myself to just those 5 notes, and I got the most that I could out of those 5 notes for the period of time that I was soloing over that particular backing track. All right, I wanted to do other stuff. I had a strong tendency to want to do other stuff as I was playing, but I forced myself just to stay with those 5 notes. Okay, those are the 5 notes that I set myself to just play, and those are the 5 notes I had to stick with for this exercise. You can choose any notes you want. You can choose 3 notes, you can choose 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever you decide to do. The point is just stick with it, okay? You can pick any part of the fretboard you want, any part of the scale. And another good thing about this is the more you do stuff like this is, say you practice with just those 5 notes that I did for a few minutes, okay? And then maybe you might select another 5 notes. You might pick these 5 notes. Okay, so then you practice with just those 5 notes, okay? So you get the most out of these 5 notes, and then you get the most out of these 5 notes, and then you can go ahead and you can combine the 2 together. So you're still just kind of in a small area of the guitar fretboard, but because you really, really drilled out as much as you possibly could with just this limited set of notes in both this area and this area, you see what I'm saying? It really opens up your playing to get the most out of the littlest possible amount of stuff, okay? So I think you get the point. I don't need to ramble on too much about this topic, but it's a really cool exercise. I'm going to start doing it a lot more. I used to do it, but after listening to this David Gilmour compilation, Best Solos of David Gilmour on YouTube, it's like a 45-minute. Type in Best Solos by David Gilmour on YouTube, the first one that comes up. Listen to that. That's what really inspired me to make this lesson, and that's what really inspired me to start playing less notes as I solo and as I improvise. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about this for today. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below, or just hit me up through the website, and I'll do my best to get back to you. All right, thanks a lot.